Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Canal Algérie's News in English and in today's top stories. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, reiterates his commitment to strengthen the citizens' purchasing power, support investment, and continuing in the path of retrieving stolen money, and affirms Algeria's stance on many international issues during the periodic interview with the representatives of the national media. The Minister of Interior, Brahim Marad, accompanied by the General Director of National Security, Farid Ben Sheikh, preside over the pre-graduation ceremony of more than 500 police officers at the School of Application of National Security in Souma Blida. The Algerian Production Fair introduces visitors to different local products and opens doors for cooperation opportunities, and we will talk in this bulletin about the remarkable presence of the agro-food industry. Moroccans are still taken to the streets every day to denounce the social injustice, decline of the purchasing power, and overall the unbearable living conditions. Good evening, those with today's headlines. First in our news, during his periodic meeting with the national media representatives, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, announced various important decisions and discussed many files related to the social fund, as well as political, economic, and diplomatic issues. Manan Ammani has more.
During this periodic meeting held with national media representatives, the President of the Republic, Supreme Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense Abdelmajid Tebboune, reviewed many important files. The President of the Republic stated that various European countries are more than ready to investigate in order to help return the stolen money that was smuggled abroad to the Algerian treasury. However, he affirmed that large amounts of internally stolen money amounting to $20 billion were retrieved, adding that the government is working towards retrieving the rest. Furthermore, the President stressed that the government is working on towards enhancing the citizens' purchasing power by raising salaries annually until they're able to lead a dignified life, recalling that citizens paid 30,000 dinars per month are exempt from taxes. President Tebboune also emphasized the importance of generalizing digitization to count the number of single-income families, to enable complete transparency and eliminate uncertainty in the country. The President of the Republic also affirmed that employment opportunities are available for graduates of national higher schools and institutes, particularly teachers. As for the investment sector, the head of state asserted that Algeria and its economic policy aims to work towards win-win investments, adding that these investments will benefit the national economy through the creation of wealth and factories, which in turn will create job opportunities. Regarding cooperation in the energy sector, the President of the Republic underlined that Algeria already has projects to supply several European countries with electricity through an underwater cable via Italy, since the country has an electricity surplus. In another context, the President stressed that 2023 will be the year that Algeria joins the BRICS, particularly since member states such as China, India, South Africa, and Brazil expressed their welcome, adding that accession to this organization will create more investment opportunities in the country. The President of the Republic added that Algeria maintains great relations with its international partners and that it is working towards strengthening them further within the bonds of cooperation and mutual respect. Concerning Algeria's position on the current regional and international issues, the President of the Republic highlighted that Algeria will work towards unity in the occupied territories. Concerning Algeria's position on the current regional and international issues, the President of the Republic reiterated that Algeria will work towards unity in the occupied territories until Palestine becomes a full-fledged state within the United Nations. At the end of the meeting, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, expressed his regret that the Algerian national football team was absent from the World Cup, especially since it was organized in Qatar, a fellow Arab country.
The Speaker of the National People's Assembly, Brahim Boughali, received on Thursday at the headquarters of the Assembly the chairman of the Association of Veterans of the Muslim Algerian Scouts, Mustafa Sadoun. During this meeting, Brahim Boughali hailed the role of Muslim Scouts in teaching the values of the love of the country and the sacrifices to the new generations, adding his appreciation to the efforts by the leaders and members of the Scouts in the awareness-raising and solidarity activities to strengthen national cohesion. The Minister of Interior, Local Authorities and Territory Planning, Brahim Murad, accompanied by the General Director of National Security, Farid bin Sheikh, presided over the graduation of more than 500 police officers on Thursday at the School of Application of National Security in Souma Blida. The ceremony took place in the presence of the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research, Kamal Bidari, the Mediator of the Republic, Majid Ammour, and senior state officials. Coverage by Najwa Jaddi and report by Rania Al-Bahri.
The national security body is being reinforced with 548 new police officers. 148 students graduated from Abdelmajid Bouzbid National Security Enforcement School in Souma Municipality. 110 from the Mohammed Wadah Police School in Ain Binyan Municipality. 175 from Sila Police School and 115 graduates from the Sétif Police Academy. A grandiose ceremony which shows the degree of professionalism of this constituted body and the modern training programs to which the state pays particular attention, as well as human resources considered as one of the priorities of the sector. These promotions receive theoretical and practical trainings over a period of 12 months, starting with psychological and physical preparations, then theoretical training in various knowledge and police sciences, leading to the applied training at the level of security services of the provinces and Republican security units. High degree of professionalism and operationality reflected in the parade performed by the outgoing students.
في تأدية مهامه والمحفوفة عموما بشتى المخاطر.
The training conditions were very good. The duration of the training was 12 months in both theoretical and field parts. We gained a number of knowledge. The training conditions were excellent with its various security and legal components. The outgoing promotion is named after the martyr of duty Atallah Abdel Latif, who fell on the field of honor during the terrorist attack in 1996. His family was honored. I thank all the authorities who did not forget us. I cannot express to you my feelings.
ما قدرتش نعبر واش كاين ما قدرتش تعبير ما كنتش نستنى فيه الحمد لله.
The graduation ceremony coincided with the completion of specialized training sessions like anthropometry, motorcyclists and vehicle drivers of the General Directorate of Prisons, Administrations and Reintegration.
In the framework of the fight against terrorism, and thanks to the efforts of the National People's Army's forces, a terrorist surrendered to the military authorities of the operational sector in Bordwaj Mukhtar in the 6th Military Region. The terrorist Mahri Malainin, also known as Ayman, who joined the terrorist groups active in the Sahel region in 2016, the terrorist was in possession of a Kalashnikov submachine gun, 2 ammunition stores, 52 bullets of caliber 7.62 and 39 millimeters, 1 transceiver set-type Motorola MT9000. These positive results reflect the extent of mastery of our armed forces and the accomplishment of their tasks with efficiency and professionalism in order to establish security and tranquility through the country. The Minister of Religious Affairs and Waqf, Yusuf bin Mahdi, affirmed during the opening of the conference titled Religious Freedom, Protection and Guarantees that the Algerian Constitution guarantees the freedom and religious practices while respecting the law in order to protect the places of worship from all political or ideological influence. The 30th edition of the Algerian Production Fair continues with the participation of around 600 Algerian brands from different fields exhibiting their latest products with a strong presence of the military production as well. Details in the following report. Themed for a strong and attractive economy, the Algerian Production Fair witnesses a rich participation from local brands, displaying the high quality of the local product made in Algeria to the satisfaction of visitors and operators alike.
The Algerian Production Fair allows us to show the innovation we are selling in the local market, the importance of our brands, because we are selling 13 brands in the local market, and all the innovation we are selling in the market. This helps consumer to see the development of the group and also to make some partnership with a local producer for tissue, for example, who doesn't know how to contact us, for example, during the year to buy raw materials, because we are producing also the raw materials. And we received this year, for example, some Libyan who are looking for product to export.
We're here in the National Fair of Algerian companies and producers. It's been a great opportunity to meet the Algerian consumer as well as the neighbors from other countries who are willing to import our products that they judge of high quality and very satisfying.
The exposition was such a great opportunity for us as consumers to know more about Algerian products and their qualities, and to discover the new production of our country, and also to help us know more about it and about their qualities, and to reinforce our country economics.
In accordance with the state's strategy to increase non-hydrocarbon exports, new facilities have been put in place to strengthen local production, which reflected positively on the exportation rates, where Algeria's non-hydrocarbon exports have recently registered a remarkable development, reflected in the rapid growth of exports of many products, especially to the African market.
For the next year, inshallah, we hope that we will be present in some other markets, such as the European market and even the Gulf market, inshallah.
Of course, we're aiming to export because it's really important for us to be in other countries and African countries especially, because it's a very promising market. So yes, it would be our pleasure to be present in the African countries.
And this year we'll add more than 4 times exportation in value, mainly in the watt of cellulose, which is aimed to European countries. We are selling actually to England, Spain, Italy, Greece and Turkey, and we also sell finished products to African countries, mainly Tunisia, Libya in North Africa, and some of West African countries.
Some of the most popular stands this year are those of the National People's Army, from mechanics, gear, vehicles to fabric, reflecting the strong development in the military production.
We are exhibiting at this fair our product like special vehicles, transport vehicle and trucks for 2 marks, Mercedes and Sonaco.
The fair, which aims to support and promote local products and to create partnership opportunities, will continue until the 24th of December with the participation of nearly 600 Algerian public, private and startup companies. Still at the 30th edition of the Algerian Production Fair, the agro-food industry is remarkably present, with several enterprises planning to export their product for 2023. Report by Yasmin Saudi, commentary by Sabrin Tafirginnet.
Significant figures were recorded concerning the export of non-hydrocarbons goods, and it was reflected in the 30th edition of the Algerian Production Fair. These numbers are the result of enhancing the Algerian product and the diversification of exports coming under the state's new strategy.
Nous sommes présents à la 30e édition de la Foire de la Production algérienne.
We are present in this edition with a wide variety of products. Talking about exportation, we've been exporting since 2014, 2015 with 780,000 litre volume per year towards Africa, Europe and North America.
On exporte vers l'Afrique, l'Europe et l'Amérique du Nord.
Invading the African market was a successful mission for several local enterprises, which products match perfectly the international standards.
Nous avons déjà effectué des tests. On a exporté.
We already carried out tests. We exported our products to Africa. In 2023, we are planning to resume our activity in Africa and Europe.
Le relancer.
The economic operators can rely on the state support in order to promote the exportation of the Algerian product while benefiting from the administrative proceedings facilitations.
In an interview for the Algerian public television conducted by Wasila Bouchareb, the acting general director of the Algerian Investment Promotion Agency stated that more than 4,000 projects were launched since the installation of the agency. Let's have a listen.
Durant la période allant du 1er novembre jusqu'au 15 décembre, nous avons enregistré.
During the period from November 1st to December 15th, we registered more than 434 investment projects with an amount that exceeds 93 billion dinars, with a commitment to create more than 10,200 job positions. These investments are distributed mainly in the sector of industry with more than 51%, and the housing sector and public works with 15%. We also have services with 11% and agriculture with 6%. The 434 investment works include 11 partnership projects.
Internationally, the social unrest continues in Morocco, with thousands of Moroccans taken to the streets every day. The human rights defenders in Morocco are still determined to obtain justice for the death of 23 sub-Saharan migrants. Upcoming November 25th, other demonstrations are planned to denounce the social injustice and the decline in the purchasing power and overall the unbearable living conditions. Rania Al-Bahri will tell us more.
Several months after the tragedy of Black Friday, the Moroccan people are still enraged. Many of them took to the streets to protest against the death of 23 sub-Saharan migrants brutally killed by the Makhzen police while trying to cross the Spanish enclave of Melilla from Morocco. To this effect, the Moroccan Association for Human Rights will organize next Saturday a press conference in order to denounce the crimes committed by the Makhzen forces against the still detained African migrants, which led to the death of a dozen of them. Between unfair trials, violation of the fundamental rights of migrants, and the sacred right to life, the list continues to grow. A sit-in is also planned for next December 25th, in which migration policies based mainly on the security approach, the police brutality, as well as the militarization of the borders carried out by Morocco will be denounced. The objective is one and only, not to close this file before an impartial investigation is opened by independent authorities in order to determine the responsibilities and condemn all those who indulge in this type of inhuman practices towards migrants. Other demonstrations are planned in the coming days to denounce, among other things, the high cost of living and normalization with the Zionist entity.
And with that, our news edition comes to a close. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.